Wu Wei, written and published by Guidline. Picture yourself effortlessly gliding down a river, effortlessly carried by the current, while the scenery passes by in a seamless motion. Uncomplicated calm, just savoring every moment as it comes. This metaphor perfectly encapsulates the concept of Wu Wei, which originates from ancient Chinese philosophy and is often translated as non-action, non-forcing, or effortless action. It can be challenging to understand how simply doing nothing can be seen as valuable or effective in our achievement-oriented society that values constant striving, business, consumption, and burnout. However, Wu Wei reveals a profound aspect of human existence, that when we release tension and fully embrace the external world, we open ourselves up to new possibilities for freedom, adaptability, and creative strength. This book explores the origins of Wu Wei in important Taoist texts such as the Tao Te Ching by Lao Tzu, which praises the natural perfection of effortless harmony. Water effortlessly overcomes obstacles and gradually smooths even the toughest surfaces through its persistent and gentle nature. When we apply the watercourse way to our lives, we realize that a lot of our frustrations, whether at work, in relationships, or within ourselves, come from trying to force solutions instead of letting things naturally evolve with the changing circumstances. Wu Wei involves strategic passivity rather than mere laziness. Knowing when to take action and when to step back is crucial for achieving maximum effectiveness. We will explore the cultivation of Wu Wei in various aspects of Chinese culture, including traditional Chinese medicine, government policy, martial arts, poetry, painting, and everyday social norms. Embracing Wu Wei's timeless wisdom can bring us more joy and ease in life, even in the midst of productivity pressures. It encourages us to relax and embrace the boundless possibilities that life offers. Lesson 1. By doing nothing, everything gets done. Wu Wei suggests that we can achieve our goals by adopting a paradoxical approach of not consciously striving towards them. It advises on how to complete tasks effortlessly. This idea goes against the current cultural emphasis on busyness, productivity, and the need to control outcomes through sheer determination. However, Wu Wei is not a justification for laziness. The concept of effort, of no effort, suggests the potential wisdom in adopting a strategy of passivity. The wise Lao Tzu beautifully illustrates the power of Wu Wei through the metaphor of water flowing. Water effortlessly overcomes obstacles in its path. Instead, it naturally navigates obstacles, gradually eroding even the tough rock over a period of time. Wu Wei also advises going with the flow of reality instead of resisting it. We can achieve lasting change by adapting to external forces and taking a flexible and intelligent approach. This allows us to maintain our energy and establish a rhythm. Embracing Wu Wei involves reconsidering our usual ideas of productivity. It encourages us to trust in the innate intelligence of our body and environment, allowing us to let go of conscious control and make room for natural wisdom to emerge. It celebrates the inherent beauty of untouched wood and unfashioned clay. Many times, when we try to force raw materials into strict plans, we end up stifling their natural potential. Instead, Wu Wei encourages us to work together with external realities, activating the natural order of situations, instead of trying to control or dominate them. This does not imply that those who practice Wu Wei shy away from demanding tasks or challenges. Instead, they respond when necessary and then take a step back to conserve energy when faced with obstacles. This interplay between activity and passivity helps us maintain harmony and align with the natural cycles of balance found in the eternal dance of yin and yang. Although we may seem counterintuitive, delving into its tradition of strategic non-doing can provide profound insights on how to reduce anxiety and achieve more with less effort in our lives. Learning to be effortless allows us to tap into our hidden potentials and approach challenges with a more relaxed and spontaneous attitude. One of the fundamental ideas behind Wu Wei is that nature, society, and our own bodies and minds possess a natural intelligence and order. However, we often disturb this natural balance by forcefully intervening due to our need for control. On the other hand, Wu Wei suggests allowing things to unfold naturally without excessive interference. We can also adopt this mindset by reducing our need for control over people, plans, or emotions. Take, for instance, how closely supervising coworkers can restrict their ability to contribute creatively and independently. Wu-wei implies the idea of gently guiding individuals towards goals, rather than explicitly directing them. Overly controlling a partner's needs in relationships can often have negative consequences. Embracing the natural ebb and flow leads to improved outcomes. Applying the concept of allowing things to unfold naturally also extends to our own thoughts and mental processes. Many times, we attempt to push away negative emotions, only to find that they come back even stronger. Or we develop strong attachments to positive experiences that are bound to change. This intense desire and strong dislike can lead to inner turmoil. Wu-wei advises embracing the natural flow of our mental states without any judgment. By letting go of the need to exert control over our inner and outer worlds, we can find relief from suffering and connect with the wisdom of reality. Lesson 2. Going with the flow. In today's fast-paced world focused on productivity, the idea of simplicity may appear to be an unnecessary luxury. However, adopting the principle of Wu-wei's effortless action can provide numerous advantages. Putting too much effort into work or relationships can often leave you feeling depleted. Effort and rest in cycling build lasting strength. According to Lao Tzu, it is best to have minimal action. Feeling constantly strained and worried often comes from trying to control things that are beyond our control. Embracing the boundaries of personal agency brings about a greater sense of peace. Imposing strict solutions can restrict possibilities and undermine the natural wisdom inherent in people and situations. Releasing control opens the door for new and surprising solutions to naturally arise. Focusing too much on the outcome can often divert attention from the immediate task at hand. Wu-wei highlights the importance of embracing the present moment and not getting overwhelmed by potential future outcomes. Having inflexible expectations can lead to disappointment when things don't go as planned. Embracing fluidity allows us to adapt and build resilience against setbacks or changing circumstances. Often, our conscious desires can actually hinder us from obtaining what we truly want. Wu-wei challenges traditional thought by embracing the potential that comes from letting go of personal efforts and desires. By embracing life without the limitations of our own desires, we can access the inherent wisdom that lies within the fabric of reality, ready to be awakened. Sometimes, a little bit of effort is required. However, we will find that by releasing strained force, we can often achieve more by uncovering hidden connections that we unintentionally disrupt when exerting excessive pressure. We observe flow in effortless forms throughout nature, in meandering streams, supple grass bending without resistance in the wind, flocks of birds migrating as one entity. Within our bodies too, vital energy or qi circulates, easing disease when unimpeded. Tapping into universal and physiological flow enables enhanced ease and power by swimming with a current rather than against it. Going with the flow relates to several key principles of Wu-wei, including naturalness, adapting to evolving situations rather than rigidly imposing plans. Spontaneity, following intuitive promptings from our subconscious instincts. Flexibility, willingness to change tactics based on shifting external reality. Detachment, not clinging to specific results that limit possibilities. Presence, immersing in the now without fixation on past or future. While going with the flow may appear passive, it channeled skillfully activates our greatest potentials. Consider martial artists leveraging an opponent's force or musicians improvising riffs. Life confronts us with endless variables. By moving in harmony with this dynamism instead of attempting to constrain it, we work more organically, reducing strain. At times, we plunge fully into experience. At others, restraint allows space for growth. This harmony epitomizes Wu-wei's watercourse way. Lesson 3. The highest virtue is like water. First and foremost, like water nourishing all life, the greatest virtues uplift humanity as a whole, without any bias towards any particular group. Water is a great example of modesty. It doesn't force itself on anything, but instead, it humbly adapts to the lowest places and generously overflows, even though it doesn't hold a high position. This exemplifies a genuine and altruistic kindness, which is the foundation of bravery in one's values. Water's strength lies in its ability to adapt and persevere, never breaking but instead flowing around or gradually wearing down rigid barriers. According to Lao Tzu, water is characterized by its fluidity, softness, and yielding nature. Water has the power to erode even the toughest of rocks, which are inflexible and resistant to change. The flexible approach can often overcome resistance, while a gentle influence can subtly and permanently change situations. This aligns with the concept of Wu Wei, which involves strategic non-action to overcome opposition with wisdom. Water naturally seeks its own level, flowing continuously until it returns to the ocean. Its sole purpose is to achieve physical harmony with its origin and manifest inherent attributes. Here we see how Wu Wei aligns with the natural flow of the Tao, reflecting the timeless cycle of renewal in the world around us. Lao Tzu observes the remarkable simplicity of water, which effortlessly and without effort achieves its full potential in bringing out its virtues in all places equally. Next time we observe water in its various forms, we can take a moment to contemplate its teachings on compassion and the Tao's profound path. Water holds great wisdom that we can learn from if we approach it with open minds. Maintaining a sense of calm and inner stillness helps protect against being easily swayed by external distractions. The calmness of still depths reveals a clear reflection of all phenomena, offering a lucid understanding of the workings of the mind and the world. Observing calmly creates the perfect environment for Wu Wei. Being kind and forgiving in relationships can help create a more open and intimate connection. Kindness rooted in care ethics fosters a sense of kinship among strangers. Understanding opens the door to friendship, while complexity creates barriers. Effective communication involves sharing genuine information to foster mutual comprehension. Deceptions undermine the connection between words and lived truths, damaging relationships. However, inflexible rigidity also dampens the flow of empathy. Effective communication takes into account the importance of timing, using the appropriate words at the appropriate time. Leadership that operates with integrity and considers the needs of the people fosters loyal participation, while injustice can lead to revolt, ensuring fairness and compassion for optimal prosperity. Lao Tzu famously stated, "Governing a nation with fairness and employing unexpected strategies in warfare." Consistently showcasing your skills and professional responsibilities garners respect, allowing you to have influence and create value effortlessly. Strive for mastery and excellence, regardless of external factors that are beyond your control. Be shining examples. Timing is crucial for success when taking action. Wu Wei acknowledges that opportunities arise when we align ourselves with situational variables and natural cycles. Rushing to achieve results can often lead to negative consequences. We need to keep going and wait patiently for things to naturally develop. Lesson 4. When the task is successful, the self should let go of it. This is the way of heaven. This beautiful line contains deep insights into the importance of remaining detached and disciplined in order to sustain personal growth even after achieving success. It also uncovers profound links to the principle of UI, or effortless action in harmony with the Tao. It is important to remember that even after achieving great success or accomplishing something significant, we should focus on letting go rather than attaching our self-worth to these achievements. We sustain creativity by allowing our identity to evolve and grow, just like nature effortlessly nourishes new life by shedding leaves in autumn. By solely focusing on reaching the highest points as symbols of ultimate achievement, there is a danger of becoming stagnant due to a lack of ambition or contentment. It assumes that reaching a regular plateau signifies the ultimate achievement, rather than just a small glimpse of the long journey towards mastery. Wu Wei's flowing action always stays focused on the next natural step, not bound by past familiar patterns. The watercourse way is always evolving, finding new paths that adapt to the ever-changing conditions and intuitive insights. Non-attachment allows for a continuous source of inspiration throughout life, instead of getting caught up in superficial judgments when competition subsides after a win. Legacy is celebrated as a foundation for future possibilities, rather than a final achievement. Successes serve as launching pads for further growth, instead of reasons to become complacent. Identity embraces the flexibility of evolving roles, instead of being confined to a fixed personality. The one who conquers others holds power. The one who conquers themselves is truly strong. Exercising control over external matters is often driven by underlying insecurity rather than self-reliance. Order is often established in order to alleviate the anxieties caused by chaos. Mastering the ups and downs of our emotions by reflecting on ourselves, staying true to our values, and letting go of attachments helps us build resilience to face life's unpredictable challenges. This strength endures throughout seasons when other forms of power may prove empty or temporary. Mastering oneself and embracing effortless action in harmony with the Tao or nature's spontaneous way are deeply intertwined. Excessive striving and controlling behaviors often arise from mistaken assumptions about the extent of personal control over complex realities. Embracing the enigmatic and unpredictable nature of life frees us from the stress of trying to control the inherently uncertain. Understanding the need to limit power leads to a humble approach towards external use of force. We simplify our efforts against seemingly impossible odds by placing trust in the intelligence that orchestrates every situation, even when it appears chaotic. Achieving victory comes naturally when one embraces inner calmness, without seeking any gain or loss. This wisdom is easy to understand and applies to all situations, regardless of fleeting victories or the pursuit of false security. The strong find contentment in navigating life's uncertainties by mastering the only realm they can truly control. They can truly control themselves. Lesson 5. The perils of extreme desire and attachment. Isn't it satisfying to finally fulfill a long-held desire? Indulging in a new car, stylish shoes, or a luxurious lifestyle may seem like a harmless way to treat yourself when you've achieved success. However, Lao Tzu made a clear warning. Having a strong desire often results in significant costs. Accumulating excessive amounts will inevitably result in significant loss. Put simply, suffering can unexpectedly arise, even when we are experiencing pleasure and prosperity, if we become too consumed with temporary things and expect them to bring lasting satisfaction. Indulging too much can lead to an increase in desires instead of finding lasting contentment. Last year's satisfaction now feels outdated as standards continue to rise. We often prioritize pursuing excessive stimulation and financial security over finding contentment in the present moment. A smaller home rooted in rich relational soil and creativity can be just as vibrant as an empty mansion. We should take a moment to acknowledge and cherish the blessings we have right now, instead of constantly waiting for something better that may never come. Emotional voids, which possessions cannot truly fill, often lie behind compulsive wanting. Investing in self-understanding and nurturing human connections allows us to rely less on external validation. It is deeply fulfilling to find satisfaction in simplicity. Despite the wide array of choices available, it is important to remember the importance of moderation and avoiding excessive indulgences that may provide temporary satisfaction but compromise long-term equilibrium and meaning. In our pursuit of extreme excitement, we often overlook the simple pleasures that bring lasting fulfillment. Lesson 6. Reducing stress through Wu Wei. Embracing Wu Wei can lead to a decrease in anxiety and stress levels. By embracing the principles of non-forcing, letting go of control, and flowing with circumstances, you can break free from habits that cause unnecessary strain. By reducing the pressures we put on ourselves, we can soothe the restless thought patterns that often cause modern distress. Worry can often be triggered by obsessing over past regrets or future uncertainties. By focusing on our immediate sense perceptions, we can realize that every moment is free from inherent problems. We let go of any expectations or judgments we may have, gently releasing our mental narratives without any suppression or drama. Understanding emerges as thoughts untangle, revealing a deep sense of inner peace. Instead of suppressing our body and intuition with excessive thinking, we learn to listen to our natural emotional needs for rest, reflection, or play. Preventing excessive effort in job performance goals helps reduce fatigue. We strive to maintain a clear focus on organizational goals while avoiding unnecessary complexity or unnecessary efforts. Understanding the natural cycles of the seasons and the elements helps us connect with our emotions on a deeper level. Worries fade away in wonder. Practicing Tai Chi, yoga, and qigong can help release energy blockages that can hold back emotions. Understanding how movement and breathing can help alleviate anxiety. When we embrace Wu Wei's principles of spontaneity and strategic passivity, we can reduce the frictions that cause disharmony in our lives. Flow states arise when we harmonize our efforts with the natural patterns of reality, avoiding unnecessary exhaustion from repetitive struggles. We prioritize conserving power for challenges that are worth actively confronting, rather than wasting energy on situations where acceptance can foster breakthroughs. Instead of following strict schedules, let your inspiration guide you in taking care of what needs attention in each moment. Embrace the flow of tasks and find joy in the process rather than fixating on achieving perfect results. Provide clear direction and empower the team to work independently with minimal supervision. Trust competencies will naturally align without the need for micromanagement. Avoid imposing strict workout quotas or diets. Pay attention to your body's signals when it comes to exercise, rest, and nutrition to support your natural vitality. Cultivate deeper connections by being present and embracing reality, rather than expecting others to live up to unrealistic expectations. Embrace and respect differences. Focus on pursuing your innate passions for a more fulfilling approach to making money, rather than succumbing to external pressures. Effortlessly handle your savings and expenses without the need for complicated budgeting. Embrace a sense of playfulness and curiosity in your leisure activities, rather than relying on pre-planned entertainment. Embrace spontaneous pleasures instead of sticking to rigid tourist plans. Take into account genuine needs beyond the desires promoted by marketing. Value the things you already have instead of always seeking upgrades. The key lies in transitioning from conscious coercion to embracing inner and outer listening with adaptable responsiveness. When we let go of the need for strict order, we can alleviate the stress of meeting unnecessary expectations. Through Wu Wei's purposeful purposelessness, we can uncover a sense of natural ease, freeing ourselves from unnecessary strain and allowing creativity to flourish. Lesson 7. Yin and Yang, balance through Wu Wei. The interplay of opposing yet complementary forces known as Yin and Yang is a fundamental principle in Taoism. The concept of Yin embodies qualities such as darkness, coldness, contraction, and passivity. Yang embodies characteristics that are typically associated with masculinity, brightness, heat, energy, and strength. Both are equal, combining to create a holistic approach. Discord arises when there are imbalances in either direction. Aggression is caused by an excess of yang energy, which can lead to a depletion of vitality due to overexertion. Excessive yin can lead to a state of stagnant complacency. Wu offers a way to balance yin and yang in a harmonious and balanced manner. Here's how we activate yin. When faced with obstacles, it's important to know when to withdraw effort. Creating room for being receptive and open instead of constantly striving. Encouraging breaks for rest and rejuvenation. Quietly listening both internally and externally for intuitive wisdom. We effectively harness the power of yang energies through understanding when taking quick and effective action can change situations. Taking advantage of opportunities that are within reach. Dedicating full attention and energy to accomplishing tasks. Ensuring ample time for creative exploration and actualization. It's important to find a balance between actively working on something and taking time to reflect on it, so that neither one becomes too dominant. Life circumstances serve as a compass, encouraging us to adapt and respond. We experience a pattern of expansion and contraction, where things go beyond their limits and then retreat, creating a cycle of progress. The way of Wu Wei flows with these waves through careful observation, rather than strict expectations. Through the harmonization of yin and yang, we can achieve our fullest potential while minimizing inefficiencies. By not actively engaging in our actions, we allow life's natural wisdom to flow freely, unobstructed by personal biases. Understanding balance leads to freedom. In the midst of this constantly shifting landscape, human egos often seek stability, hold onto desires, and try to establish artificial order. However, this kind of effort can unintentionally limit our natural abilities and the broader rhythms of the universe. Wu Wei suggests a solution to this discord by recommending a strategic approach of relaxing human control in alignment with the natural flow of things. Profound alignments to the Tao unfold spontaneously when we align ourselves with natural currents, let go of excess attachment, and surrender the illusion of control. Wisdom emerges when we embrace presence, receptivity, simplicity, non-judgment, and non-attachment, allowing it to flow from the depths of the unknown. Our being becomes one with the rhythmic majesty of existence, no longer divided by false assumptions of separate selfhood. We can see ourselves reflected in the graceful movements of clouds, the intricate patterns of leaves, the vast expanse of galaxies, and even the humble growth of roadside weeds. All of these are beautiful manifestations of the ever-unfolding creativity of the Tao. The flow of reality's mysterious essence is allowed to move freely through temporary bodies and ever-changing environments. Thanks to the concept of Wu Wei's watercourse path, it encourages us to let go of our inclination to interfere and instead embrace the natural ebb and flow guided by nature's gentle touch. In this perspective, embracing the Wu Wei is not a complex task, but rather a gentle realization that we are all connected and part of the eternal process of existence. We reclaim our citizenship as non-doer by letting go of misguided paths and embracing humble surrender through the practice of disciplined non-action. The Tao becomes more apparent in Wu Wei's quiet approach, until all distinctions fade away. Lesson 8. Letting go of attachments and desires. Many times, we tend to overlook the fact that everything we experience is temporary and will eventually fade away, beyond our control. We often deceive ourselves by believing that material possessions, relationships, self-perceptions, or future plans can bring us lasting fulfillment and security. However, this mindset can lead to anxiety when we realize that these external factors are not permanent and can be lost. Wu Wei presents an alternative by acknowledging the transient and insubstantial nature that lies beneath surface level appearances. Disappointment and pain are not caused by the things themselves, but rather by our tendency to cling to temporary forms and resist change. By embracing change with radical acceptance, we can alleviate the root of suffering. Every moment is self-contained and requires no external attachments. Releasing things can be quite difficult. We need to address our deeply ingrained hopes and fears, which may involve feeling sadness as our cherished dreams fade away. However, when egoist attachments fade away, a sense of liberation and lightness can be achieved. No need to constantly chase and maintain a crumbling facade. Instead, deepen your presence and connect to the endless well of being that is always available beneath the surface. From this space, action becomes clearer and more creative. We understand the fullness of life without needing any external proof of its value, even when we are not attached to anything. Developing trust starts with observing the natural harmony found in the symmetry of flowers, the resilience of oceans, and the synergy of ecosystems. Here, the creative energies naturally form harmonious patterns without any need for external direction or control. We can also access these areas of implicit knowledge. Trust is fostered by recognizing the limitations of rational agency in navigating intricate inner and outer realities that are ultimately beyond complete comprehension. We delve into the depths of our shadow, embracing the enigmatic and creating space for the limitless mysteries of life. Plans progress through a natural evolution rather than following a rigid set of instructions. None of this promotes complete inaction, but rather encourages the utilization of heightened levels of embodied awareness to effectively respond to situations that go beyond the limitations of the ego. We prioritize the natural progression of engagement and renewal, allowing outcomes to unfold seamlessly. Anxiety and frustration can indicate moments when we need to let go of our perceived control. Emotions can serve as doorways instead of disruptions, offering valuable feedback on alignments. Being responsive, sincere, and present in the moment are important qualities to have. Staying open to new experiences without getting too attached to specific outcomes. Every moment brings forth a revelation that is easy to grasp and comprehend. The supreme organizing power of the natural order provides stability for those navigating through uncertain waters. The essence that cannot be named fills the empty space where effort is usually found. By embracing spontaneity, we find our way back to the pure essence of nature's boundless freedom. Lesson 9. Letting spontaneity guide our life. Although it may seem passive or avoidant at first, Wu Wei aims to tap into a more instinctive and unbiased way of responding. Interestingly, non-action seeks to encourage appropriate action that is in line with circumstances outside of our usual routines. We prepare ourselves for the creative spark of Wu Wei by removing obstacles to spontaneity. Many forms of behavior are influenced by repetitive social patterns and stories that restrict a wider understanding. Many times, we tend to overthink situations by relying on abstract ideas instead of focusing on what we directly observe. On the other hand, fear or inertia can prevent people from being bold. Wu Wei involves the practice of non-action, allowing for a clear and open mind to be receptive to intuitive guidance that arises from the unconscious. Quietude enables deep reflection and rejuvenation of energy. Clearing out unleashes possibilities. By letting go of our strict plans, we can discover new opportunities in the materials we have at hand. Spontaneity arises from finding a balance between being active and taking breaks, without overthinking or feeling compelled to act. Activating Wu Wei depends on being sensitive rather than relying on force. It involves perceiving openings and seizing passing opportunities in the ever-changing flow of time, while also accepting impermanence when conditions shift. Transforming turbulence into creative traction. Removing blocks allows our innate creative inspiration to shine through. Actions become more fluid, powerful, and aligned with greater flow when freed from constraints. Wu Wei's alchemy brings a transformative light to break free from monotonous routines, infusing everyday life with excitement. Releasing control allows brilliance and elegance to naturally arise instead of forcing solutions that lead to frustration. Wu Wei emphasizes the importance of focusing on our own internal states and letting go of the desire to control external factors. It encourages us to cultivate a sense of presence and non-attachment for greater personal mastery. It replaces rigid expectations with open-ended curiosity. The outcome is a smoother and more effortless composition of life's upcoming, unexpected phase. Truly embracing Wu Wei might involve facing and overcoming addictions to constant busyness, escapism, and superficial distractions that help us avoid confronting life's uncertainties. We need to honestly evaluate situations where our drive for success or desire to control every detail stems from insecurity rather than genuine motivation. Developing equanimity to loss and change is essential for embracing life as it unfolds. Although Wei offers a way to navigate life's mysteries with ease, it also invites us to explore unfamiliar territories beyond our usual comforts. The process of integrating meditative awareness and spontaneous action Wu Wei requires a significant amount of time to fully develop. Taking simple steps to let go of unnecessary control, oriented behaviors can bring immediate benefits. As we delve deeper into our practice, we uncover the remarkable hidden secrets of reality that can be activated through disciplined non-action's alchemy. We discover the beauty of life's energy flowing freely through everything when our minds are free from limitations. Despite its initial complexity, Wu Wei's approach provides a path to freedom from self-imposed limitations. Lesson 10. Wu Wei for mental health. Understanding and applying the principles of Wu Wei can have significant positive effects on reducing anxiety, stress, and promoting overall well-being in today's fast-paced world. Understanding concepts like non-attachment, present-moment awareness, and aligning actions with nature's rhythms can help alleviate many common sources of suffering in our daily lives. We recognize thoughts as transient phenomena that dissolve when observed without attachment. Anxious narratives can perpetuate and have biological effects. Feelings of regret, anxiety about the future, or self-criticism often arise from having unrealistic expectations, making assumptions, and narrowing our perspective. Embracing imperfections can help alleviate frustration. Effort in cycling, when combined with regular breaks, helps prevent burnout caused by exhaustion and boosts energy levels, reducing feelings of distress. We need to find a harmonious balance between being productive and allowing ourselves to rest, rather than constantly seeking more stimulation. Creating space for creative breakthroughs is possible when we don't cling tightly to specific results. Keeping plans flexible allows for a range of possibilities. Health anxiety often revolves around the need to manage uncertainty, embracing the inherently unpredictable nature of reality, even though it can be difficult, helps to alleviate anxiety. Although it may seem counterintuitive at first, Wu Wei's approach of exerting less effort against the natural flow of life offers deep insights into reducing mental turbulence. Through the practice of optimized non-action, we can break free from the harmful patterns of reacting impulsively to temporary circumstances, leading to improved outcomes. Inner peace and a sense of calm naturally emerge when we embrace a state of equanimity and spontaneity. Families are intricate networks that thrive when nurtured with care, effective communication, and adaptability. However, when there is too much control or micromanagement of members, it can unintentionally hinder the development of strong relationships. Wei provides guidance for embracing a more comprehensive and relaxed approach to parenting and household relationships. Focus on being a parent instead of constantly doing things. Spend quality time together centered around mutual understanding rather than anxiously pushing for specific results. Rely on your natural abilities. Be flexible with roles. As children grow and families change, it's important to adapt to their evolving needs and dynamics. Be flexible and adaptable to changing conditions instead of expecting things to always stay the same. With regards to the challenges we encounter, it's important to remember that everyone has their own personal struggles and obstacles to overcome, which can differ greatly depending on their individual circumstances and personalities. Approach everyone with empathy instead of judgment for their perceived shortcomings, as these may serve as opportunities for personal development. Promote emotional transparency, building stronger bonds through vulnerability and intimacy. Clear and straightforward communication helps to resolve issues and fosters understanding, which is essential for resolving conflicts. Engage in deep listening. Frequently, being truly heard can effectively diffuse reactive tensions, surpassing the need for immediate action or advice. Encourage an environment where voices are respected and valued. Promote sustainability. Prioritizing self-care is crucial for effectively nurturing families and communities in the long run. Don't compromise on important goals in pursuit of minor successes. The objective of Wu Wei's Watercourse Way is to foster resilient and adaptable family connections through a natural and mindful approach, rather than relying on strict authority. By simplifying our expectations of ourselves and others, we create an environment where happiness can naturally flourish. Relationships involve a dynamic interplay between partners with their own needs and desires. Trying to force a relationship to fit certain expectations can often hinder the natural development of intimacy. Wu Wei provides principles that help eliminate unnecessary patterns of control, which can lead to stress. Embrace unconditional presence by creating a safe and non-judgmental environment for your partner to share their true emotions and interests. You can build trust and understanding that will help you navigate challenges as a team. Let affection grow naturally. Instead of desperately seeking security in a relationship, trust that mutual understanding will develop over time through shared experiences. Avoid imposing hypothetical futures. Keep your plans regarding family, residences, or even your relationship open to change, allowing for flexibility and alternative options. The most important thing is to focus on fostering the ongoing development of affection, rather than getting caught up in rigid definitions and goals. Develop a deeper connection. Discover the beauty of your partner's personality, quirks, passions, and creativity that go beyond surface-level qualities or societal expectations. Understand the core. Address conflicts with finesse. Take a moment to remain calm, recognize the feelings of others, and find common ground by acknowledging shared goals instead of getting caught up in arguments when disagreements inevitably occur. While it may be difficult to embrace during times of emotional vulnerability, the principles of Wu Wei can assist in transforming possessive attachment into a compassionate appreciation for a loved one's personal growth. Letting go of the need to be in control allows us to fully give ourselves through being present without any barriers. Lesson 11. Heaven's way to conquer without striving. This sentiment captures the beautiful process of water gradually wearing away rock over time. Water harnesses its power most effectively by maneuvering around obstacles, rather than engaging in direct confrontation. Wu Wei functions by harnessing nonlinear causality, activating potential in an indirect manner that avoids generating opposition through direct interference. From a psychological perspective, conquering without striving refers to engaging in action without being attached to the outcome rather than pursuing external rewards or seeking validation. When we let go of our insecurities and ambitions, we can respond intuitively without being hindered by our ego. Our impact grows gradually from within, rather than imposing external control. In leadership as well, an overabundance of control can often hinder creative participation and ownership. Providing gentle guidance that aligns with values and conditions can result in more enthusiastic engagement compared to simply giving commands. Groups come together through enthusiastic participation rather than through force. This phrase serves as a reminder that taking a patient and mindful approach, while considering the natural rhythms and complexities of a situation, can lead to fruitful outcomes. On the other hand, using aggressive tactics tends to worsen resistance. Achieving victory through well-timed actions and precise execution ensures long-lasting rewards. Every situation requires careful action, finding the right approach to initiate a chain of events by understanding when it's best to refrain from intervening. Surrender is the path to victory in heaven. The inner peace refers to a state of being present and detached, where one does not resist or amplify the experience of sadness. When we let our emotions flow freely, without any judgment, our hearts can stay open and peaceful. By avoiding reactive emotions such as anger, resentment, or self-pity, one can prevent the sorrow from intensifying. Here we find a depiction of a subtle yet powerful resilience, the ability to remain steadfast and composed, upholding the truth without succumbing to external pressures. This graceful display reveals a connection to the underlying balance within fleeting tempests. It captures the essence of Wu Wei's flow state, where we can fully experience temporary psychological conditions, while still having access to deeper wellsprings of wisdom beyond the chaos of the ego. The line also emphasizes the idea of not attaching oneself to emotions as lasting aspects or defining narratives. Similar to weather patterns, they emerge due to certain conditions, grow stronger, and eventually dissipate when conditions change. We calmly observe the world around us, not getting caught up in the emotions of each moment. With a mindset of empathy and understanding, we cultivate a sense of compassion and strive to remain calm and composed. This conveys a deep understanding of the potential for liberation from personal or external conflicts through the concept of Wu Wei. When one is in a state of effortless presence, no troubles can disturb the inner peace or cause the heart to stray from its inherent compassionate nature. Illuminate the darkness from within and gain the advantage over enemies on higher ground. This practice of disciplined non-action allows the world to transform around a steadfast core rooted in the essence of reality. Final lesson: Wu Wei, non-doing, effortless action by Lao Tzu. As we come to the conclusion of this exploration on Wu Wei and the power of effortless action, it is my hope that a new perspective has been gained on the liberating potential of non-doing. Initially perplexing in its apparent lack of action, this situation now holds a deeper meaning in relieving unnecessary hardship. Lao Tzu's teachings and the transmission of Taoism throughout history serve as a reminder that a simpler and more accessible path is attainable. By embracing nature's organic wisdom in our work, relationships, and minds, we can avoid wasting energy on unnecessary constraints. We find great richness in the beauty of simplicity. Relaxation sets in. Discovering the extraordinary requires a gentle approach where we embrace the power of simplicity, adapt to the flow of life, and express ourselves sincerely. However, achieving Wu Wei requires a continuous commitment and willingness to let go, rather than simply mastering a set of rules. We often cling to familiar habits and shallow achievements in our search for comfort, even when faced with uncertainty. During moments of clarity, we come to realize that we have always been a part of the eternal flow. The apparent sacrifice or performance anxiety fades away as the inherent perfection of natural presence illuminates beyond all opposing forces and transient shapes. Things naturally free themselves, leaving only the profound stillness of the present moment that words struggle to capture. Let's approach the increasing global challenges with a balanced and thoughtful mindset. Rather than ignoring our responsibilities or reacting impulsively, let's focus on applying our skills and renewing our connection to the fundamental creativity that lies within us. May we share the profound wisdom of Wu Wei by embracing the mysterious imperatives of Tao. Let us embody knowing smiles, perfectly timed actions, and timely non-action amidst life's chaotic dance. By embracing non-action, we can uncover the true purpose of revolution and harness the power of clear thinking to serve others selflessly.